I missed it.
Yeah, you did. I turned the phone quick. She was giving me bunny ears. Okay. Yes, Jen and I are on a road trip. We've been, well, my content's always delayed because it takes me forever to edit and actually post videos, but we've been all over Wisconsin. Now we're heading to Chicago, going into Chicago for the day. So, actually heading down from Wisconsin into Chicago. That's it, what we're doing. Hope you guys are good. I don't leave the homestead very often, but when I do, I forget to do lives regularly, and, well, you know, just busy hanging out with Jen.
Awesome. Hey guys.
Yes. Jen is the main feature.
I'm the driver.
She's the driver. I can be on a live. What's up? Gee, good to see you. Drive safe. Thanks. Ocean Spirit, what's up? You guys have a great day.
Hey,
thanks. Chicago's rough. Parts of Chicago are rough, probably, but not going any of those places.
Not our first rodeo.
No, it's not my first trip to Chicago either. I've been in Chicago a number of times. I've visited Jen a number of times in the area, and she's not real far from Chicago. But when a country boy goes on vacation, where does he want to go? The middle of the city. What am I going to do? Go camping or something? I might as well just stay home.
Minion is spending the day with my son and my dogs.
Yep. Hanging out. Other doggies. But Minion has definitely gotten a few road trips and things. He's done all kinds of stuff with us. We've gone to parks, we've gone to beer gardens, or is it
You
beer
get to go
gardens?
into a garden. It's a garden.
It's a garden.
Yeah.
I thought it was
but
a
that's
garden.
just because it's
German.
German, yeah.
Yeah.
The beer garden. Minion got to lunch with us at a restaurant though, so that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Minnie got to go to
Yep.
go to lunch
He's with his
us.
friends. He's not alone. He'd be okay.
So why is Minion so damn cute? I have no idea. He just is. Bad signal. That's possible. I'm not around my good homestead internet.
Not on
so.
internet, and we're in between states right now.
Yep. And he misses you guys. Oh, probably. But he's also used to kind of doing his own thing. He doesn't really have like the whole separation anxiety thing too bad. He'll be ridiculously excited to see us when we get back. But.
He needs this day for his he's been oversensitized lately.
He has. We took Minion into like a loud bar. That was.
Oh yeah, you got to go into a dive bar with us.
He did. Minion got to go into a dive bar, pool tables, darts, people.
And people knew him, so he was overstimulated and.
Yep. But he did really well. Like I had him doing like just a couple tricks and just got his mind refocused. That was really awesome. Howdy from Wood County. Awesome. Minion's taking a mental health day. That's right. Ever thought about getting a brother or sister for Lord Minion? Well, Jen's going to be moving in, and Jen totally has a little Cocker Spaniel. So Minion's going to get a friend. Drop Minion off, I'll babysit him. I never have trouble finding people to watch Minion for me when the need arises. There's no question about that. Did you get her horses? Probably not. They're a lot of work, and I really don't need transportation that often to be worth caring for a horse every day. It'd be kind of cool, but stay for long. Hope you're doing really well. Sit around way too long before I start my day. I hear you. What about a personality-filled donkey? I don't know about that
Minion
either.
is personality-filled.
Yeah, Minion is personality-filled. Minion's got all the personality I need in an animal.
Jesus, lady.
That lady just about crunched us, and you almost saw Nate get catapulted over some concrete barrier. That would have sucked.
No turn signal, no looking, no nothing.
Yo.
Welcome to Chicago. We're not
Scary
even in
out
Chicago
here.
yet.
Right?
We're barely out of Wisconsin.
Lucky me, Jen knows how to drive in a city.
I know what I'm watching for.
I got Minion's hat on the dashboard. The last time I took Minion around. Need a meet and greet soon. Yeah, I didn't do or schedule any for this this trip up north here. Next time I come up here, I'll totally do one or two. But the visit before this, I did 4 meet and greets in a 2-week period.
He hasn't been here yet where we didn't have a full trip planned and scheduled, and this was so nice to have no schedule and say, hey, what are we going to do tomorrow?
Yep.
2 o'clock this morning, we're sitting on the bed, like, looking at the map. What are we going to do in Chicago tomorrow?
That's right. Marked a few places to go check out and whatnot, and there is no itinerary. And the last time it was fun, but it was just packed. Everything had to be here at this time, here at this time.
We didn't have time to add anything special. If we saw something that was cool, we had to say, oh, next time we should do that, rather than be like, hey, let's stop there for an hour.
And that's pretty much what we did. We just made a list of things that, like, if we ever have time just to hang around, we'll check out these places. And so we've just been knocking stuff off the list and doing random stuff.
We knocked a huge chunk of list off that followers were like, hey, take them to do this.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I was keeping a list, and we knocked a huge chunk of that off.
We sure did. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't done a meet and greet since YouTube actually got popular.
We haven't. Because we haven't done one since the end of February.
Yeah. I'll be doing... the next meet and greet I do is probably going to be in West Virginia somewhere. And then after that, I'll probably come back up in this area, maybe summer, late summer. I have no
September,
idea.
late September, we go to Montana, so we could always schedule something. We're going to be here, we're going to be there.
Right. Totally could. And we'll try to do something in Montana, too, or at least out west, because I've never been that far out west, and I bet some people would, be interested. Going to Ohio, not planning any stops in Ohio. We'll be through Ohio, though. I have an Amazon wish list for Minion. I think I do. I think it's only posted on TikTok, though. I don't promote it really. He's driving through Ohio. I don't know what's up with my signal. It's got issues.
Yeah, it's totally locked up on my screen.
That's crazy. Did Montana ban TikTok? They did, but it doesn't go into effect until next year.
And it could be vetoed by then, anything could happen.
There's lawsuits and court stuff, it's a whole thing.
We're not from Montana, and if we're there, it doesn't mean that we have to remove our app because we're in Montana. However, I wonder if the cell signals would just not accept it.
I think it. No, they set it. They totally set it up so that if TikTok is downloaded in Montana, then TikTok gets fined. So they said we're making it illegal. And
they're going to charge TikTok.
And by the way, TikTok, you have to figure out all the logistics of how to keep people from using the app in our state. And if you don't,
that'll never fly. That's never gonna fly.
And TikTok's just how are we gonna handle this? That's a technological nightmare.
Yeah, they would have to make it so that any satellite, anything in Montana doesn't allow the app to activate, to pull up.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yep. No, that's just a mess. I don't think it'll actually stick.
Crazy.
Never fly. People use a VPN. Yeah. People that want to use TikTok.
For sure, there's all kinds of ways around it.
The only real threat to TikTok is a whole federal ban thing, which hasn't really been highlighted recently.
Or fake GPS, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can totally trick your phones.
You can. Yep, but I'm gonna stay active on these other platforms in case it all happens. So.
You're going to come visit us up in Wisconsin. He's been in Wisconsin. We're headed to Illinois. We're going to Chicago for the day. Where are you in Wisconsin? I've been taking him out where everybody's like, hey, bring him out to Racine. Bring him here, bring him there. I've been hauling him around all over the place, guys. Just nobody, very few people are popping up and being like, yo, we know who you are.
Right.
Where are all you people that want to meet Nate? I've had him out and about.
That's right. There have been people that randomly pop up. It's like, you look familiar. It'd just be a random store I walk into, or happened in a couple.
You're
stores.
that TikTok guy. Is that Minion?
Yep. I'm just the TikTok guy. Minion is recognized. Minion is well recognized.
Come to Minnesota.
I was actually in Minnesota for 5 minutes. It's the first time I've ever been to Minnesota.
Jen showing off her trophy. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Nate's got traveling clothes. He's got city clothes.
I got city clothes, actually. I wear these clothes on the homestead. Just these shorts are new and
When he started
newish.
hanging out and coming to visit me here and there, he got a couple pair of fashion jeans and he dresses up nice, guys.
I dress up.
He does the city thing pretty well.
I pretty much learned the difference between country dressing and city dressing is like your clothes are all torn up on the homestead, but they're dirty and stained. Not necessarily dirty, but totally stained. But if you go to a city, you still want to have ripped up clothes. You just want them to not be stained and look like they're brand new with factory cut holes in them. So I got a couple. Now I fit right in, except for like the whole facial hair thing. That doesn't work.
I can't pin the comment, Joe. I tried. Minion is with my son.
No. Minion was shipped through the mail and currently on a plane. We want Minion, we want Minion. I'm only joking. Enjoy your time, guys. Keep your eyes on the road.
Oh, my eyes are on the road.
Yeah. And on the vehicle that was trying to merge into us earlier.
I know where I am. I'm very familiar with this area.
Yep.
Very familiar with this area. It's nothing new to me.
Well, people flying by us real fast and stuff.
And actually, the interstate part isn't busy. We're not into the city yet.
Yep.
Once we get into the city, about 40 minutes or so,
That's right.
then I'll really be paying attention.
Yeah, that's when it'll get real traffic.
We're not even flying. I'm like doing 70 and a 70. Usually I'm doing 80, 85.
We're not even doing 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, guys.
We're just chilling. No reason to hurry.
Sprayed your beard. Oh, I do sometimes. Hey, the beard's on fleek, looking awesome. Thanks.
We're headed into Chicago.
Yep. Chicago bound. Where's Minion? He's chilling. I don't want that guy stay in his lane either, man. What's the point of painting lines on
I'm used
roads?
to them getting close. That late, like she signal on, and as she was coming, I just realized she was coming further and further. And as soon as I hit the horn, she like jerked over. I was like, well, that's not a very safe way to correct yourself either.
No.
But you know,
That was a little
mirrors and
sketchy.
turn signals are golden around here.
Right.
Golden.
What's in Chicago? Anything fun? I visit the most random of stuff. Got like, I don't know, probably gonna go in a furniture store and just like some.
We have
total
some
random.
really high-class luxury home interior places chosen today to check out. And that was all Nate's choice. But he's got them all marked, so we're going down to the ritzy area.
Here we are.
I've taken him, we've done the Magnificent Mile, we've done the lakefront, we've done Jewelry Row down by the Diamond District, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So, yep, today we're going to go in some ritzy, glamorous stores and check out fancy tiles and kitchens.
Right.
The pictures on the website that he was showing me we were like, whoa, we might step in a couple of these stores and they might be like, yeah, this isn't where you need to be. Kind of like they did on Pretty Woman. Like, we don't have anything here for you.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see them totally pulling that on us.
Yep.
Yep. And then I'm going to come back with a bunch of bags and I'm going to be like, big mistake. Big. Huge. Just like she did.
There you go. That's perfect.
Remember yesterday you wouldn't sell me anything? She's got all her bags.
Yep.
Shopping on Rodeo Drive.
That's right. Yeah, it might be fun. I might get kicked out of a place for not looking like I belong there.
Right.
You don't look like you have money. Get out of here. Which would be fair because I'm not going to be buying a kitchen. I don't even own a house, right? But if they let me browse, I'll browse. If I get kicked out, I'll get kicked out and tell a story about it on a video.
I've never had anybody that loves to window shop and just like walk the city streets like I do, and Nate loves it. So he is perfect to take to these things. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video when I took him into Bloomingdale's and we saw the white vest, and I asked him if he had any idea what the cost on it was, and he was thinking like, I think he said 100 and something, thinking he was high. Yeah. And I flipped the tag over and it was over $1,000 for the vest, and he was just blown away. So then we went and looked at prices of beach towels and shit.
Right?
I was like, whoa.
That was crazy. I've been in, cities, it's more suburbs or small cities, and they just didn't have Bloomingdale's or any kind of high-class fancy stuff.
4-story Starbucks.
Right, yeah, I didn't have a 4-story Starbucks. I visited that last trip. That was kind of cool. Either of you gone to the Wisconsin Dells? I think Jen's been, I haven't.
We stopped at Quick Trip in the Wisconsin Dells the other night.
That's right.
I didn't get him all the way through there. Nate's not a water park guy, but once I was thinking about it, I'm like, he'd probably enjoy the shops and stuff. So one of these times we will totally hit the Dells. We made a stop in. We were heading north for the night. So he's been through the Dells, but not seen the majority of it.
Yep. I totally saw like the whole water park thing and everything. Hippie Hebrew Homestead. Whoa, big super chat. Kicking for gas money. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's kind of you.
Appreciate. We almost took the train down to Chicago today.
Yeah, we were thinking about taking the train. That would have been a whole experience.
Yeah. We just decided for the cost of tickets and the fact that we'd be kind of limited on where we could go and we'd be on a time schedule. We decided that we just kind of wanted the freedom of the day. So.
Yep.
Very nice. Thank you.
That was very kind of you. Get to Glenwood Springs Adventure Park in Colorado.
We should show them
Amazing.
the Oasis coming up.
Oh, the Oasis. I totally did a whole video on the Oasis. I haven't posted it or edited it yet. There's totally an Oasis video. All it is a travel stop. Oh, there it is.
It's over the highway, over the freeway travel stop. There's gas stations on both sides and you can enter the building. And then there's all kinds of restaurants and different types of shops and stuff in here. So you can stop and relax, rest for a bit. Nate sat down in a chair that you're supposed to pay for a massage and he sat there too long without paying and it said, please insert money.
Right.
It's talking to him like, cheap ass, don't sit here.
That's right.
That's in a free seat.
The chair was yelling at me. It's like, pay me money. And I'm like,
that's funny.
Give me a minute.
Hey, I know that place. Yeah, Lake Forest Oasis.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I didn't know if I'd be entertained or not. The most entertaining thing to me was the ceiling fans with like 8-foot blades, so it was like a 16-foot like.
He says, "Can we put a fan like that in the house?" And then we talked about how we'd have to have short walls on the top so that it would circulate through the entire house, like short walls everywhere.
Yep. No, it's like I could totally do that. I could build any walls short, and the fan could just go from room to room, and just like the blades would just spin. It'd be so cool. I probably won't do that, but you know. Pretty cool. Tara Smith sent 99-cent super chat. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Hippie Hebrew. Is that the one that's in northern Wisconsin?
Might be. Obviously in Wisconsin.
Where in Wisconsin? I don't remember. I remember having this conversation before, though. I have to write this down so that I remember. You'll be on my next list of things that we can do in Wisconsin if we can plan things. That would be awesome.
Genster Freak, welcome to Lord Minions. Thanks for joining the channel.
Loves to check out other homesteads.
Yeah, checking out other homesteads is great. People, like, a lot of times people are intimidated and they like, I'm there and they're like wanting me to like show them how to do stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm just a homesteader like you. I want to learn what you're doing too. Because I learn all kinds of stuff from other homesteaders.
I screenshotted that. I'll totally look that up and see what we can make work one of these trips.
Yeah. Thanks, JB, for the super chat. Appreciate that. We're headed to Chicago.
Oh, you sent me your info. Perfect.
Awesome.
I think it's in your email, actually.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I remember that too.
So many things going on.
The amount of emails
crazy.
I get is kind of crazy, but now I have somebody helping me manage the emails, and she kind of gets stuff categorized
Until
a little
he's like,
better.
"Where's that email I had?" And then he's like, "Why is this sitting in the trash?" And I'm like, I don't know.
She doesn't know. Got in the trash somehow.
I don't understand how those all link together like that. It's so weird. And I'm organized, so I'm a delete and move kind of person.
Yeah, not me. I'm I'm like, oh, I might need that email someday.
just
And
leave
next
it
thing you
sitting
know,
here.
I have 24,000 emails in my
Last night he was searching
inbox.
for an email. He's like, this email I'm looking for, I got like 2 years ago. I'm like, oh, good luck with that.
Yep, it was like 2 years ago.
So do you know any of the words in it so you can search for it? 'Cause
I
that
did.
might be
I
difficult.
remembered the word TikTok
And
was
did it
in
pull it up? Oh, but it would have pulled up a million
It pulled up a
emails.
million. That was the problem. Like I knew some of the words, and I was like, oh,
Yep.
yeah, none of the words I know are going to be unique to that email at all. Greetings from the Northwoods.
It's like when I wanted to put Minion's egg basket training video in the playlist for somebody to find easily. So I searched for hashtag one and only Minion on your videos. It doesn't pull up just a couple videos. It pulls up every Minion video. So
It
I
would,
still,
yeah.
thank gosh I knew like about when it was posted. I found it right away, but
Right.
it could have been a disaster.
For sure.
I have been trying to put some of the YouTube videos in playlists too, guys. So if you have certain things that you really like seeing, like Minion or the animals or the lawnmower, they all have their own playlists.
Yep.
I've been trying to keep things sorted.
Totally. Folders and email to go to, yeah, no doubt. Bro, you deserve all these subs, closing out on 500,000. I am. That's crazy. Like, it's so cool. I actually just on Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember, just hit the 3 million on TikTok. That was super cool. So one of the things we're going to do is go to a steakhouse while we're in Chicago and celebrate the whole 3 million thing. I'm going to do something really special when I get to 1 million on YouTube too. This channel's grown so, yeah, this channel has blown up. I did not expect it to grow.
Well, thanks to the members too, the people who have actually become members. That's super awesome.
Yep. 3 million on TikTok. Yeah, that's crazy. And then Minion 4 weeks ago was at 1.4 million on
1.3 according to your
okay.
media kit.
Minion was at 1.3 million on TikTok 4 weeks ago. He's now at 1.8. His account is blowing up faster than any of the other accounts anywhere.
And he's gonna get an also special celebration.
Oh yeah, when he hits, I already bought the steak for Minion's 2 million because that seems to be rapidly approaching. So I figured I better get one.
He bought a better steak than we would ever buy for ourselves from a store.
I did. I bought a really good steak.
This dog is going to be in heaven.
He is.
Oh my gosh.
And he's gonna get some side dishes and stuff. It's gonna be a whole thing. I'm gonna try to do it live on TikTok, live on YouTube, and try to actually.
Let's get him to 2 million while we're together, so I can help.
Right. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Getting
Come on,
another
man.
200,000 in the next couple days. That'd be pushing it. Not impossible, but pushing it.
This
Yes.
is another really good viral video.
Yes, going to Chicago. Channel content is interesting, funny. That's why it blew up, man. Yeah, it must be. And in a castle on the homestead. He might get his own castle. That would be really cool. Wouldn't be impossible. I would do something cool like that. Just take care of your ducks while you're gone. I've got friends staying there essentially. And neighbors helping out. That's like, yeah, it's covered. Everything's totally covered there.
It's extra covered. You got an extra dog there keeping rid of the critters.
Yeah, even have an extra dog there. Yep, and that dog is responsible for treating a raccoon away. Yep, treated a raccoon when she was there. She's a hound dog, so like.
That's what she does.
That's what she does. Should you ever do a YouTube collab? I might. Hell of a beard, brother. Thank you. Is Minion gone to Granby's? I don't know what Granby's is.
I don't
know what that is.
Tell us about it. Where do we find one?
What's a Granby's?
I'm thinking it's an amazing pet store. By the sound of has Minion been there?
Right, yeah, it might be. Minion's a great dog. Minion's a beautiful dog, definitely. Funny if you get Minion a large size RC car which he could ride. That would be.
Yeah, he can't sit on the one that we have out there now because the cover is so flimsy. If anybody knows those things, they're so flimsy.
Yep.
He loves that thing.
Lord Minion needs a folly, which is some fake castle a Renaissance man in England would build to show his wealth. Oh, that would be
awesome.
That'd be perfect.
That'd be way cool.
Minion's all about like being real flashy and stuff, or at least I make him that way. So it's kind of cool to do
You
like.
have to make the garage look like a giant doghouse and put
I could do
Minion's
that.
name on it or something.
I
Like
could
look
do
like
that.
it's his big house.
Yeah,
That'd be funny.
I totally could. I could build our actual house as a dog house.
Totally. Let's not.
Yeah, let's not. But we all know it's Minion's house. Minion owns everything.
Oh, absolutely, Minion's house.
Shell, it's called. Shell.
The shell.
I don't know how to Google it. Minion's so flashy at 500k subs, build Minion a chariot for lawnmower to bring him to his stake. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Beard and the mustache is amazing. Thanks. Yep, it grew on its own without products, but as I've put products in, man, it looks better, it feels better.
It's so soft.
It's totally soft.
Like, I sleep with my face in his beard and it does not bother me one bit. Like, it's so soft.
Yeah. Here all this time I thought beards are supposed to be coarse and scraggly unless you're
Me too.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, I would have never ever imagined your beard to be soft like that. No, I've never thought I could like nuzzle my face in your neck and be comfortable, like,
Right.
but it's soft, super soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells so good.
Yep, I use the beard scent, the off-grid evening one, which is a cherry tobacco one, and that's her favorite. And I don't always use that scent, but
All-time
when I'm
my
around
favorite.
Jen, I definitely do.
I love it. Yeah.
There's the endorsement, right?
Best part is you don't have to have a beard or anything like that to be able to enjoy these amazing scents anymore, because Nate came out with a room diffuser with the same scents.
I did.
Yep.
Jen did most of the product testing for it.
And I have the off-grid evening in my house, and it is awesome when Nate and I can't be together and I come home and I get this nice fresh reminder of Nate, and it's way cool. Love it.
Yep. Shave at 1 million subs? Absolutely not.
No way.
Nope. Is the Minion not going? Minion's been going places and doing things all week. He's having a rest day, or half of a rest day.
He's been on sensory overload for a week, guys. Like,
Yeah,
big time.
Minion has been
Big
been
time.
involved in many things. Minion his own beard at 1 million subs instead. I could do that. Oh, that'd be funny. I should get a fake beard and put it on Minion.
That little one we found at the pet store during St. Patrick's was funny.
That was.
It was red.
A red beard. Yep, that was really cool.
Stay cool this summer. Avoid road rage. I love their little road signs.
Stay cool this summer. Avoid road rage. Yeah, I love looking at billboards and all kinds of stuff. Like most people go to cities and they just got to see exotic, the fanciest sights, the most touristy thing. It's like, I'll just look at billboards and tall buildings and stores that sell random stuff, and I'm happy. Finally caught your live. Where are you headed to? Head to Chicago right now. Minion has a better social life than me. Minion definitely has quite the social life. He does. Got merging traffic going on. All kinds of excitement. Love how you guys have an awesome relationship. We're able to keep it up even long distance. You guys rock. Thanks. Yeah, I love that we're able to do that too. Long distance part of the relationship sucks. The relationship is great.
We talk about our relationship a lot.
We do.
I think that
We do.
I don't think I've ever done that in any past relationships, like actually talked with the person about the relationship. And I think that makes a huge difference. Huge difference.
Totally. Yep, we talk about it all the
We
time.
always know how each other's feeling about things, and yeah.
Yep.
The communication is impeccable.
Yep, we keep the whole communication thing really strong. It's really the only way. Otherwise, you just start sitting in your mind and imagining, oh, this person might feel this way or that way, and then you react based on how you imagine the other person feels, and that would never work out.
Yep.
Gotta talk.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I've never once questioned what you're feeling or
Right.
anything to the point where I felt like I needed to say I think we need to talk about something, like what's bothering you.
Right.
Never gotten there because we're just open about how we're feeling at the time.
Totally. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Whenever she's feeling a certain way, she just lets me know, and it's
He referred to me as a dog one time, and he's still breathing and sits next to me, so
yeah, I did refer to her as a dog. I did. I
You
admit.
totally did. It was so funny.
That was pretty funny.
He thinks the look on my face was funny because I was totally shocked. And I think the look on his face was funny because he was totally like, oh shit, how is she going to react to this?
Yep.
But it was perfect timing. It was all done just right.
You egged
and
me
yeah,
on.
it
You
was
made
pretty
me
funny.
say it. You're like,
Come
what's
on.
funny? And I said, nothing. And you're like, what's funny? I'm like, can't say. And then you're like, say it. And then I said it.
I said something. We were at the neighbors having dinner, and I said something about the dog, and his answer referred to me.
Yeah, you said.
It was funny.
Yeah, she said, be nice to the dog.
Oh, that's right. That's what he did. That's what I said. I said,
Yeah.
you'd be nice to the dog. He said, I am.
Yep.
Oh, I am. So the next time we were in a shopping mall, actually that week we were in Wisconsin this was in February, we went up to Green Bay, and we were in the mall, and we went into a Spencer's or Hot Topic or something, and they had like collar chokers and leashes, and so I picked a pink one up with rhinestones and said, Nate, I think we need to get this. He was like, I said, I'm wearing this around the mall.
Oh man.
Oh, it's all good until I bring it public.
That's
And
right.
he's like,
that's
shit.
right. Yep. I was like, wait a minute.
And I have no
Wait a minute.
filter, so he's not quite sure what I will and won't do
Right.
yet.
Yep. Nope. Not quite.
I totally would have put the collar on and handed him the leash.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah. We
That's
were
why-
with another TikTok person too. It was
That's why I
funny.
didn't call your bluff and be like, all right, I'm buying this. Because you totally would have.
Right? Because I would have.
And then I'd have been walking her around on the leash, and I would have felt even
Really
more
awkward.
awkward than I normally feel in a city, in a mall.
With a TikToker we'd never met in person before, who's like, Nate, you don't do that.
Right?
I can't talk to her like that. It was so funny.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that was funny. That was funny. Basically, we just have a lot of fun.
We have tons of fun.
Love your content, dude. Keep it up. Will do. It's the craziest story that you have. I don't know that I really have crazy stories. I mean,
I don't know. You told me a pretty crazy story on the way back from lacrosse. About you and your buddy's road trip. That was pretty crazy.
that was pretty crazy.
And those guys saying they knew you were going to pay for your gas, even though they didn't know you and you
Right.
didn't steal anything. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, it was
Pretty crazy
crazy.
story.
So, I was in Pennsylvania going to Michigan with a buddy of mine to pick up his girlfriend and all her stuff because she was going to move in with him. And neither of us had a truck we felt comfortable going that far with. So we borrowed a friend's truck, borrowed another friend's trailer, and we go to, that whole trip, like the whole trip's a
Leave for
story.
Michigan.
We got to leave for Michigan, and I'm driving on some back road. I drove first, and it was just some crazy windy road, and I knew the road like the back of my hand, so I'm driving at speed, and I've pulled trailers before, and everything was great and fine. I'm not the one who borrowed the truck or the trailer, and we get done on that crazy road, and we slow down to pull into this gas station, and all of a sudden the truck jerks around because the trailer totally jumped off the ball because it was a 2 5/8 trailer, and the ball was a 2-inch ball. And I couldn't believe that it didn't jump off when I was taking all those corners and everything else. So we're in this parking lot of this gas station at like midnight, and we're running around trying to find everybody else that has trucks and see if we can buy the ball off, the whole hitch off of their truck. And everybody would look at us like we're nuts. It's like, no, I'm not. I don't care if you're offering me $40. I'm not. What do you like? They were just really skeptical. Which, yeah.
Wait, are you stealing that trailer? Like, what's up?
Right. So eventually we get to somebody who's willing to sell it to us, and it's like, oh, thanks. And then he couldn't get it off because it was one of those locked ones. And it's like, oh my, all right. So then he's like, well, I'll just tow your trailer to Walmart for you with my truck, and you guys can buy one at Walmart, and we'll be good. All right, cool. Well, we start following him to Walmart, but we're only on back roads, and then suddenly we're behind some big warehouse in like in alleys. And then all of a sudden we're in some sort of crazy warehouse area, and like he stops, and 7 guys approach his truck, and we're just like, what is going on? Like this isn't looking good.
Everybody's reaching for water guns.
Right, yeah, everybody's reaching for water guns. Turns out the guy gets out and he bought them all coffees at the gas station. He was delivering them coffee.
Who doesn't say,
yeah,
I'll take you to Walmart, but I got to drop off all these coffees first?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, they're like, what the hell? What is he stealing our trailer?
And we didn't think we were on the way to Walmart at all, and it didn't look like any way to get to Walmart. Anyway, it all worked out just fine. He dropped us off at Walmart. We got what we needed. We got back on the road, and then we got into Ohio. This was like, yeah, it was like early morning or something, and I was totally cruising behind this semi, pretty close because
riding the tailwind.
Riding the tailwind. We were getting good fuel mileage, and then after a bit, we stopped at a gas station, switched drivers. My buddy, he's driving instead. Anytime there was an issue, he was always driving. But anyway, he's doing the same thing, and all of a sudden we get pulled over, and turns out, well, we're tailgating. So, but it was way worse than that, because like that gas station also said that a pickup truck pulling a trailer just ripped it, and so they were supposedly going along through and pulling over every vehicle that had.
All trucks and trailers.
All trucks and trailers. They were just pulling them over to check it out. And we had paid for ours and whatnot, but meanwhile, while they're investigating, they're like, license and registration. Well, buddy gives him his license, and the registration doesn't match either of us. I gave him my license too. The truck doesn't match the trailer. Neither thing matches either of us. And we're like, oh, we borrowed it. Well, yeah, it sounds really good until cops are like, okay. Like, it was just sounding suspicious, and I don't blame him for being suspicious. And then, like, I totally had a firearm locked up in a case. Well, somehow during the whole thing, the case slid who knows where. It was underneath the seat or something. So he's like, you have any weapons? It's like, yeah, we don't know where they are, but they're locked up. He's like, keep your hands where I can see them. And so then we're keeping our hands where we can see them. And then he comes back and says, well, the truck and trailer we pulled over ahead, we pulled your buddies up over from up there, and they said, we'll pay for your gas. They said we were traveling with them, and we'll pay for your fuel. And
we don't know that.
I'm like, I don't know anybody. We did pay for our fuel. I don't know why somebody's offering to pay for our fuel. Like, and it was just a whole weird thing, and it took like an hour to sort out. And then it turned out my buddy also had a suspended license on top of it. I didn't know that. He did, but he played dumb, and then obviously they ran it, and they're like,
That's such a crazy story. Like, who says I know them and I'll pay for their gas? They had to have been the ones who took off. They had to have.
Yep.
And just weren't willing to admit it, but would pay for the gas. Like.
Yep. And we're out of state, so like I think the cop at that, after about an hour figured it out we didn't run off with the fuel. We had proof that we paid for it. And I think it was just too much paperwork. He said, you can't drive, you have a suspended license, you'd be in the passenger seat. And so told me to drive, and it's like, you're free to go. He didn't want to do any of the paperwork involved with suspended license from out of state with stuff not matching. Like, he spent 3 hours just filling out the report of... That was crazy. And I never took a road trip with that dude again. I was like, it's too much drama for me.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Way too much drama.
And then he warned his other buddy not to take a road trip with him too, but he did, and he came back and was like, never again.
Yep, he had similar stories. There was flat tires and police were involved somehow, and yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess.
Express lanes are stopped too. You know it's
Yeah.
busy in the city when the express lanes are stopped.
Right. Wow, I missed all sorts of comments while I was telling where are we headed? Chicago. It's hilarious. Should have went full sovereign on him.
It's so funny. I was dying. He's telling me this story, and I was just like, oh, hell no.
Right? Said they knew
That
us.
kills
It's
me.
like, that just, like, this stop's already complicated enough without, like,
right, that just
other
totally
people,
messed
like,
it up.
saying stuff, and yeah, it was crazy. I suspect they were the ones that stole the fuel.
I'm thinking so. Otherwise, why would you?
And they must have figured it out because they probably said, well, if those are your buddies back there, what's their names? And they wouldn't have known.
Exactly, for
So-
sure, yeah.
It wouldn't
Yeah.
have been too hard to figure out. Just cruising along at 37,000 feet. Whoa, dude. Where are you?
Crazy.
You in an airplane? Sounds like you're in an airplane. That's totally cool.
That's way cool.
Yeah. How tall do you think you are in scrambled eggs? I've never
Oh
had
my
that
gosh.
question before in my life.
And scrambled eggs. That's
funny.
That's an interesting question. I'm thinking how deep 4 scrambled eggs is.
I think you're overthinking it.
No, I want to know.
I don't know. You want to know? Minion with you. He's not currently with me in the vehicle, but he is with me on my travels. He had a business trip. That's what his videos will be themed at whenever I release them.
He had a business trip, he sure did.
Yep, he sure did.
He got to hang out with lots of people.
He did.
We're pretty sure he got well treated,
Mm-hmm.
like munchie wise.
Yep. Yeah, Minion.
Nate tried to give him something and he was not interested at all.
No, he
which was
wasn't.
so not like Minion. He's like, I think he got a lot to eat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He got watched by a variety of people, and I think they all said, oh, he's so
They all
cute, he should
enjoyed
have
him.
treats.
Yep. Well, somebody that doesn't even work there anymore came with treats
Right.
for him. So they didn't
Yeah.
open those 2 bags, but who knows what bag was already open.
You're right. Yeah, totally. That's what I'm here for, guys. Standing traffic
All around us.
everywhere. Traffic everywhere. It's crazy.
We could have hopped the train here. We still would have been in the same situation in town, though, when we get into the city. Not
Right?
having the freedom to
Yeah, we would
really
have.
hop around.
Just saw the short of him chasing the RC car too funny. Yeah, that was pretty cool. He loves that thing. It's like his adversary or something. It's pretty funny. Don't get to see that much traffic in rural West Virginia. Nope, definitely not. Definitely not.
We can see more traffic around us than probably is ever in Spencer.
Oh, for sure.
The busiest I ever saw Spencer was during the Walnut Festival, and that was busy. Like, there
Yeah.
was no parking. It was hard to park and stuff, but
It was.
there's more cars here than are in Spencer. For
Yep.
sure.
Yep, most definitely. Yeah, I'm just enjoying all the sights. Like, look, I don't even know what that is, but some sort of really complicated tower with all kinds of stuff on it.
Oh, he loves the pipes and the towers and the...
I do. Sorry,
Yep,
got
all
the
the
phone off of it
wires
because
and-
I was actually looking at it and not at my phone. Yep, everything, airplanes. I want to see it all. I want to see all the things. Chicago's Expressway. I think that's what it is.
Yep, we're on the expressway.
We're in the express lanes.
We are in the express lanes. Yes, we are.
And we are going this fast. You can
Yep,
see the
we're
concrete
stopped
barrier
up in
over
the-
there.
Stopped in the express lanes.
Yep.
There's construction all coming into the loop, so the 4 or 5 lanes over there turns into 2. So really the express lanes don't do much except for alleviate extra traffic in the construction.
Yeah,
So it still slows it down.
totally. And I guess they probably never.
We're still moving faster than they are, though.
We are. Yep, they're even slower. That's crazy. crazy.
This lane should be moving okay because this one doesn't have to exit anymore.
5G frying you. Could be. Could be. Chicago Loop. Chicago Loop. Go to the south side. I don't think we're going to the south side.
We'll be down by the South Loop.
Down by the south
For sure.
Loop. Okay, I guess
But we're not going down like the south end like Cicero and stuff. No.
Right.
How smarter than that. This is my first rodeo in Chicago.
That's right.
I've lived up here for over 20 years, guys.
She knows where.
I know where we at. I know where to take him and where not.
Yep.
I'm watching him look for things to do in the city, and of course he's just doing it on Google. So I'm like watching where he's like scrolling to, so that when he finds places, I can be like, "Ooh, that's the wrong side of the river. That's the wrong side of the tracks."
Right.
I did take him down. I took him down the north part of Cicero last time because when we were headed back to West Virginia, traffic was completely stopped up in Chicago, and Creek was ahead of us, and he was telling us how bad it was. So I was like, well, we'll just go through the city and kind of work our way around most of the interstate. And Nate had a video showing where we were and that we were getting off, and of course the Cicero sign is there, and everybody's freaking out. Never get off the interstate. Don't go somewhere. Don't go into a city you don't know. Like all this stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, he's with somebody who knows what they're doing, though. Like, I'm not going to get us in a bad situation.
Yep.
I've done the city life long enough that
Jen's done it.
I know.
Look, guys, a Tesla. You guys probably see them every day. Whoa, I can't hold the phone still. But I don't. I don't see Teslas. Teslas are cool.
There's all kinds of cool cars around here, huh, Nate?
Yeah, there is. Oh, it's a train station.
It is.
See, this is what I'm like on a road trip. I'm looking at stuff that nobody looks at and saying, oh, that's so cool.
So people who have to get up and go to work in the morning can't sit through this, obviously. They won't make it to work on time. Corporate jobs down here don't have a specific start and end time. I was a buyer for a restaurant chain or a grocery chain down in Chicago for a little while, and I didn't have like an exact start or end time. I had a job I had to complete and a certain amount of hours I had to put in. So I wasn't in trouble if I was 30 minutes late because of traffic. So that part of it was always cool. But a lot of people who do have those kinds of jobs where there's the set, they have to take the train in because they can't take a chance of being stuck in this traffic. So they'll grab the train and get downtown and get to where they need. There's a million different lines running down here.
Yeah, we were looking at them all. We were going to take the train, but it was going to be expensive, and that was the final nail in the coffin. It's like, it's going to take longer. We can't choose when we leave or when we go precisely, and
I'd literally take an entire pot of coffee with me in the morning and put it in a thermos, and it would take me 2 hours to get to work and 2 hours to get home, but I would just fill my coffee, and you're moving so slow. I mean, you're creeping as soon as you get close to the city. So yeah, I'd creep for about an hour and I'd just fill my coffee, and I had a convertible back then. It was pretty sweet.
that's
fun.
Cool. Yep, Jen knows all about the city life, the big city life. I know about the small rural city life.
I used to wake up the bums under the bridge. I'd jam my music. I'd get stopped at a red light and jam my music. Pretty soon you'd see the sleeping bags start to move.
That wasn't nice, Jen. That
Good
wasn't
morning!
Nice.
They're like, oh, there's that bitch again. Does she ever have a day off?
Yep. First time in your live stream. Love your content. Well, awesome. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I usually do more regular live streams here on YouTube, but since I've been away, I just have not been. Just been, yeah, not quite taking a social media break, but kind of. I'm filming stuff though. I'm filming all kinds of stuff. There'll be videos to come out.
It'll be interesting content for you guys to see.
By the time you guys are watching the city videos, I'll be back on the homestead filming homestead videos. So when I run out of city videos, we'll be back to the regular scheduled programming. Like your lip piercing, I have 2 on either side of my lips. That's cool. Like that kind of flexibility. Enjoy your content. Thank you for taking the time to upload. Well, awesome. Thank you for watching. I'm glad it's enjoyable. You inside Toronto? No, this is Chicago, actually.
It's so hazy here, guys.
It's super hazy.
It's been
wow.
hazy since the fires in Canada.
Look at that.
It's not near as bad today, though. You can still see the top of the Sears Tower.
You can. Yeah, it's super hazy.
When we came in last week, we couldn't see the lights, the lightning rods on the top of the really high buildings.
Yep, couldn't see them.
We couldn't see them at all.
I cannot hold the phone still with this kind of zoom. It's crazy.
Well, the car's probably moving a bit too.
It is. It's not helping. You can see the lightning rods if you'd like. All right, I'm gonna stop shaking you guys about. That's too crazy. That's too crazy.
We'll be up there shortly.
Too crazy. Planning on visiting Sears Tower? No, I'm not planning to. I mean, yeah.
I had him down by the Sears Tower the other day and didn't even think to ask him if he wanted to go look at it. I just told him how my first experience with the Sears Tower was getting to the corner where the building is and laying down on the ground and looking up at it and watching it move. That was my first experience with the Sears Tower, and he never said, hey, let's go look at it. So I didn't even think about it.
I didn't.
And neither of us are crazy about heights, so for us to go to the top and go to the glass overlook isn't really our thing. We would.
I totally would if it wouldn't cost like $50 to do it per person.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I think that's what it was. It was expensive.
Oh.
I was like, I could do that,
Yeah,
or I can just
a glass
look at it from
floor
far away
and
and
everything.
then
Like,
go
you
out
just
to
look,
eat.
well, it's a glass floor. You look down.
Yeah.
You stand out. And look
I would
down.
totally do it. I'd be terrified, but I'd do it anyway. I was so terrified of heights, I couldn't go over like one story. Like when I first started doing contract work or like construction work for a company, like anything over one story, it was really difficult. And my boss is just like, this is what we have to do today. Go do it. You know, quit whining about it. So I learned to get over it. I was still terrified, but I did it anyway. And then I stopped freezing up and it worked out. Next thing you know, I'm 3 or 4 stories in the air on a roof. And no rope and stuff like we should have had. We did everything all dangerously. But when I started my own company, I shifted to mostly renovation work, and then nothing was really all that dangerous.
Yeah, it was just recently that I learned that he's not crazy about heights.
Yeah. I just do it anyway, and you wouldn't really know unless I tell you.
Yeah, I had no idea. And so you climb up on top of your buildings like they're nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are one
But then
story
you are up
with
there
flat
going,
roofs.
you are up there on the phone going, come on, Nate, don't fall off this thing.
Yep.
I guess that was a sign.
Probably.
And I'm thinking to myself, you're not going to fall off. Like,
No, I'm not. I'm
And you're
terrified to
talking
fall
about
off. Terrified to
that's
fall
funny.
off, so no,
Yep,
I'm not
I had
gonna.
no idea. No idea.
Yep. But yeah, I like my feet on the ground. It's where they belong. Let's hug Minion for me. I'll do that. I'll give Minion hugs as soon as I get back to him.
He's funny. He's been kind of attached to me this trip. It's so weird.
Yeah, he's totally. He's just totally adopted you as like one of his people. Like,
Yep.
You're.
We took him with us the other day, and like we said, we were busy and left him with some other people, and they kept him like super busy, and they came out to bring him back, and he walked up to Nate, like looked at his foot, and then darted right to me, and I was
Yep.
like, no way.
Yep.
He came straight to me. It was so funny.
He gets
Figures out
funny
who he's
though.
attached to.
Well, not just that, but like he gets mad at him when I leave him for too long.
Oh, so yeah, he's gonna shun you. Yeah.
So like when I left him a couple days, like a year ago or something, with somebody, like he totally shunned me.
Yeah, your first trip here, we left him with.
Yeah. He wouldn't look at me. I
That's
went in to
right.
say hi, Minion, and I
thought
expected
he was
him to go
so
nuts.
Jumping,
'Cause
yeah.
I leave for half a day, he goes nuts, but like
He was afraid you were gonna leave again for a while, wasn't he?
he was.
Yeah, it was weird when you would get ready to do things. I remember that.
Yep, that's when he actually got super excited and wiggly, is when it looked like I was getting ready to leave. Then he would just be like crazy about me. He's like, all right. But like when I first got back, like, nope, wouldn't look at me, wouldn't wiggle, wasn't happy in any way. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was hysterical. I've never left him for
There
a
you
couple
can see
days
the lightning
before.
rods.
Yeah, you can.
If the sign gets
There
on
it
the way.
is. There it is.
There you got them. So those are lightning rods because the buildings are high and the lightning will hit those and deflect the lightning.
deflect the lightning.
I didn't know that until I worked in the city, and then I would see them. And during storms, you can actually see the lightning hit and bolt off.
I've totally seen a picture
It's way cool.
from somewhere in Chicago that some photographer captured the lightning striking just right.
It's insane.
It's totally cool.
Yeah, way cool.
Ooh, construction vehicles.
Right down here is
that thing? That's got to be a church thing. Is that a church?
Probably. Yes. It might be a Greek church.
Like gargoyles on it, or is it
Something.
angels? Maybe.
It might be angels.
Might be angels.
There's the Jaguar.
Oh, Jaguar dealership.
That's kind of cool.
Totally.
Stuff you don't see every day.
And then there's a sign for a watch. Oops, can't point my camera right. Murals, yeah, all this stuff. I love seeing all this stuff.
Did you see the big crane?
No, I did not see the big crane.
See it? There's
I do.
Crane.
I do see the crane. That's so cool. Wonder what they're doing. I want to know what they're doing. There's two cranes.
They might be working on the bridges and stuff right there.
Yeah.
The road construction.
Two different types of cranes. I don't know anything about cranes.
Yeah, they are.
Nope, don't know a thing about them. But they fascinate me.
Yeah, yep, it's the bridge. That's cool. Oh no, it's a building. They're putting a building up right there.
Oh, cool.
Is it a parking garage?
Don't know.
It might be a parking
sort of looks
garage.
that way.
Parking structure of some sort.
Almost looks like a mini stadium or something.
Yeah,
It's all rounded.
What they're doing there. They might, Wrigley's right here. I wonder if they're adding extra. Oh no, it's an entire building with parking structure. Huh.
That's wild.
That's totally wild. It's a huge building.
I don't know what it is. I want to know. Where's my Chicago people? Who knows what's being built?
Set up. I wonder what's happening in Grant Park this weekend. That they're setting up for an event that's causing traffic issues.
Right. Oh, that's cool. It's cool. I'm in the city. It's bumpy. In Chicago as well. Cool. They charge for ice if you have a cup there. I have no idea. Oh, now we got a good view of Chicago. All these people on their live are like, we don't care about seeing Chicago. We see big cities every day. Why is this interesting? You're supposed to be off grid. That's more interesting. I'm like, no.
She's changing you, Nate.
That's right.
Please don't move.
Right? Everybody...
Don't worry, guys. I don't want to.
No.
I am looking forward to being out there.
What's the flag with the 4 red stars and the white and blue stripes?
Not sure.
I got so many questions. I have no answers. I'm curious.
You have to look on Google.
I'm like a kid.
Somebody Google his flag and let him know what it is.
Right? Chicago in America or Canada? It's in America. It's probably not too far from Canada. It's kind of far.
Yeah, we still got Wisconsin and Minnesota above us.
Yeah. That looks so cool.
Look at you guys coming to the city with us.
Yeah, you guys are coming to the big city with me. Is that a bridge that lifts up?
A drawbridge? Yes.
Yeah, very cool.
The water. You got to get the
crane, another building.
Stop. Nate likes to look at things so I don't move around quite as fast.
Yep. Yep, I get fascinated with all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Whoa.
The round buildings, the tall buildings. There's totally a birdhouse on that fence. That gate right there.
Yeah, there is. It's a birdhouse. It's kind of like chopped there. That's cool. Safe journeys. Catch you next time. Awesome. Yeah, my viewers totally dropped once I got in the city. They're like, that's not off grid. And it's not. I'm visiting the grid.
Not. And you're excited about the things you're
I
seeing.
am.
So.
I am. I'm excited. I'm going to have fun.
Bless your heart. He looks grumpy.
What? Ooh.
Called Bless Your Heart. Look at the.
Oh.
He's like got band-aids and stuff on him. That's interesting. I wonder what that is.
I have no idea.
There's cowboy boots.
Store
on the
says
windows.
bless your heart, and it's all painted up, and there's cowboy boots on the windows. And it says $5 happy hour, so it's probably a bar.
Yep. Dude's like, open up. I'm looking in the windows.
Right. It's like it's noonish or something. No, it's not noon. It's 12. It's 2. Very cool. Very cool. Still here watching. Awesome. Awesome.
Sweet.
I am about to get off of here though, as
There's
soon
the
as we
Rainforest
get closer.
Cafe.
Ooh, the big cafe.
It's the rainforest.
See, I'm off grid. I'm in the jungle today. If I zoom in real far, you don't know. Big
You could
mushrooms.
see we were in Belize in the forest.
Right.
We're in the rainforest in Belize, guys.
Totally.
Be wherever we want to be. All right, we are going to park up here.
Crazy traffic.
That's a lot of sheriffs.
Oh, it's all the sheriffs. There's 4 of them. Hi from India. What's up?
Wow, hello.
Very cool. Tall buildings, tall buildings.
All right, so here's where our restaurant is.
Cool.
Right here, RPM.
Cool,
So
cool.
this parking garage right here.
Right there. I'm probably gonna lose service when I get in there. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
you might lose service in the.
I'm gonna jump off of here before I lose service and then end up talking to nobody anyway.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining. Stay tuned for some different types of videos.